Okay, so we're back working on our AI powered answering for our due diligence tool. And I've done some work in the background without recording it. And honestly, it's been pretty fantastic. Where we left off before was that we had an interface that would allow us to send off the information and the questions and get a response back from the API. And then honestly, Claude kind of one-shotted the UI for answering the questions, which is really impressive. So if I go down here and go analyze with AI, we'll just select a few questions and run our analysis. And what you'll see is this interface that you're about to see was basically one prompt, and it kind of all just came together very, very quickly and easily with all the information in the right place. That was a little bit surprising to me. I would have recorded the work if I had known that it was going to be that quick, but already we get back an analysis. We get back some key findings. I think I need to tweak the prompt because I didn't ask for those things and they are related to the way we do things in other places. But then we get the reasoning behind things. We get the confidence. We figure out whether it has an answer or not. We can replace the answer. We can hit edit, and replacing the answer pops that into a comment on the question. And it's really impressive what it's done. And so right now there's a couple of changes that we need to make to this. Whenever we apply this or replace this answer, we're marking that as AI generated. But if we edit it, we aren't. And so we need to fix that. And then whenever we apply questions, we're not automatically marking a question. Or whenever we apply answers, we're not automatically marking a question as answered. So those are two things that we need to do. So I have a little prompt all ready to go. And so I'm going to let it run through and see how that does. Okay, so it has made a bunch of changes and given me a summary. I'm a little bit unsure about the AI editing flag change that it's made because it just feels like a little bit of a shifty way of doing it. But we're going to try it out and see. So I'm going to do a quick restart of our backend server. And now we've got that restarted. We're going to go in here, analyze, run our analysis, and now we have our analysis back. So what we should be able to do here now is edit this, and then this answer shouldn't be marked as AI. And then if I apply this, then this should be marked as answered. Let's see if we got what we needed. Marked as answered. That's great. That's great. That's fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted. So that's a good fix there for a couple of little bugs. I want to test, however, the editing of questions. And so I was doing that. I update the comment and we end up getting a bit of an error in our console. So let's go and ask it to take a look. Okay, all of those changes are good except for one. Whenever we make an edit to a comment and try to save it, we get this error. Now, we probably should be creating a new chat at some point soon because it's asking us to, and that means its context window is too big, but it has a lot of context in here that's useful for this error. So I want to try and get that fixed first. I suspect that this error is related to the fact that we just changed the updating of comments to remove the AI generated flag. So what it's telling me is that there is no patch route, which I'm very surprised about, because I was pretty sure that this was a feature that was working before. So we'll need to challenge that relatively quickly once it thinks that it's found the error. This might be going a little bit wonky, so let's see if we can really challenge it here. Are you sure that this is the case? Because this is a feature that has been working before. I really need you to make sure that you know what you're doing here. So it seems like we have been finding the issue, but it's really unclear about why the issue has come up, because the roots were there previously, but then they weren't there. And so Cursor has spent a lot of time running through Git logs to try and understand what's going on. Well, I say understand is a really rough approximation of what it's doing. And definitely we're suffering from our context window problems. But it seems to think that the roots got removed somehow and it has put them back in. Frustratingly, it keeps trying to run the development server, which has very explicit rules not to do that. And so then when I told it not to do that, it then killed the development server that I was running, which is also incredibly frustrating. So we need to get that started again and see if any crashes happen as a result of that. So development server is started. Let's see if we can make an edit now. Okay, the edit works, removes the AI generated flag. Very strange, but unfortunately par for the course a little bit with Sonnet and Cursor in general. Sometimes random things get removed. Very frustrating. We can accept all that, and that's a good enough place to stop. The feature is pretty much there now, I think. I think that I'll probably do some tweaking to the prompts that we send, but I'm pretty happy that we've been able to implement this relatively quickly. And that's a lot based on the fact that I already know the code base and I know how to operate Cursor.